6 minutes after 5 o'clock now, the Salem Parks Commission will meet tonight. 27 First News told you last month about concerns some neighbors have with the duck pond in Waterworth Memorial Park. Alex George looked into that issue, and she joins us this morning with a First News follow-up. Alex?
Good morning, Dan. Last month, visitors of Waterworth Memorial Park told First News they were upset about the algae growing in the duck pond. Now, here's a look at the pond just last month. You can see the algae growing on top of the water. Residents told First News it caused the pond to smell bad, and the ducks were no longer visiting the area as much. Now, I want to show you what the pond looked like just yesterday. The water was much clearer. There was very little algae. The park had the water tested in 2014 by the Columbiana Soil and Water Conservation District. Their report concluded that the pond is covered with a green planktonic algae, which can cause ponds to look more like pea soup. Now, 27 First News spoke with Pete Conkle with the Conservation District and with the Ohio State Extension Office, and here's what we found out. When it rains, ponds collect runoff filled with nutrients from yard fertilizer. The extra nutrients allow an abundance of that algae blooms to grow. As the pond warms up in the spring and the summer, reproduction increases greatly, causing much more algae. Now, when it rains, that causes mixing in the water and kind of disperses the algae, which could explain why there was much less algae when I visited yesterday. Now, when the pond cools in the fall, the algae will then clear again, causing it to look clear as we head into the cooler months. Now, if Salem residents still have concerns about the pond, they are welcome to attend the Park Commission meeting that's again happening tonight in the Memorial Building. The OSU Extension Office says this type of algae is pretty common, and it's actually an important part of the pond's food chain. Now, coming up in the 6 o'clock hour, I'll share a few ways that it can be controlled and maintained in the pond. Live in the studio, Alex George, First News This Morning.